Nice to meet. Right.
And it's Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. We cover cadets, midshipmen, the military, and veterans proudly since 2008. And we have a special guest we met recently doing great work, a doctor at Mount Sinai and working to provide vital surgery in Africa. And they have an event coming up to fundraise for that. And that is Dr. Randall Owen, who is chief of endocrine surgery at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City. Doctor, good to see you tonight. Nice to meet you.
Great to be on with you as well.
Well, let's first just give us the audience a little bit of your background on your work at Mount Sinai.
Sure. Well, I'm originally from Washington State, but they let me into medical school at Columbia. So came out here in 1990. Thought it was going to be a 4-year visit, but turned out that I matched in surgery at Montefiore in the Bronx. Did 5 years there, did a year of head and neck surgery fellowship, practiced there for 9 years, and then was recruited over to Mount Sinai in 2009 to help start the endocrine surgery program. Subsequently, we've trained 14 fellows in endocrine surgery. And what that means is they've completed a surgery residency. They're fully trained surgeons, but then they do 1 extra year in our subspecialty of endocrine surgery, which is mostly thyroid and parathyroid surgery, some adrenal surgery as well. So it's very rewarding to be training the residents in surgery as well as our fellows in endocrine surgery. We have 4 endocrine surgeons. We have a very busy practice doing a lot of thyroid cancer and other thyroid and parathyroid surgery as well.
So important, the work that you do. And you've got another area of your practice, which is providing surgery to people who need that in Africa through an organization, the Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a wonderful organization that I've been privileged to work with over the last 10 years. It's a group that has been in existence for 27 years, and it was started by a missionary surgeon who was overwhelmed by the need and the burden of disease. And he decided that what he needed to do was begin training Africans who were medical school graduates to become surgeons. And so he started with 1 medical school graduate and trained him to become a surgeon. And eventually he brought on other trainees, and then other hospitals followed suit to the point where now the Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons is a very robust organization with an administration here in the United States. We have 19 training sites in 12 countries of Africa. We're currently training around 150 trainees to become surgeons and subspecialty surgeons. I've had the privilege to visit 4 different sites, Egypt, Kenya, Gabon, and Cameroon over the last 7 years on many occasions. Just got back from Cameroon in March and Egypt in August, going to Egypt again in November. And we have the privilege to train these African residents in surgery in a stepwise 5-year program in which they learn the skills to become a proper and well-trained surgeon. And then they have the opportunity to go on and train in head and neck surgery, cardiothoracic surgery, pediatric surgery, neurosurgery. We have those programs as well. They gain a certificate of completion, which is sort of validated by Loma Linda University here in the United States, but it's not a degree that they can transfer to the United States or to Europe. And really the point of the whole program is to build capacity in Africa. And they know that coming in. The people that come into this program, they are people that share that vision to bring surgery to their own people in Africa, and that's what they do. And our graduates have all served at least 5 years in Africa after graduating. Most of them stay in Africa for their careers. Now 30% of our faculty in the different training programs are graduates of those programs. So the Africans have now become the teachers. And so it's really amazing to see this kind of capacity building. It re-energizes and invigorates the mission hospitals across Africa. It's really changing the paradigm from a Western missionary going there and just operating on as many patients as they can until they're worn out, to building capacity in Africa with African surgeons. They're becoming the leaders. One of our graduates who did general surgery and then head and neck surgery is now the CEO of one of the mission hospitals in Kenya. So it's really wonderful to be a part of, see this growth and expansion, really doing something good for the people of Africa. Of course, there's so much need there. It's staggering, but to make a difference and to bring surgeons in who are then going to go on and teach more and expand the services is really really encouraging.
Well, you've got a fundraising event coming up for your program, a golf outing on Thursday, October 12th, up in Wilton, Connecticut. Sounds like a great day. Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. We have three-time golf major champion Larry Nelson, who's flying up from Georgia to join us next Thursday, October 12th. And Larry's a wonderful man. He is a big supporter of the Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons. He came up last year to do an outing and is coming up again. Larry is just a wonderful, down-to-earth guy who is willing to talk to you about anything. He will talk to you about, what his experience was in winning those 3 majors. He had a 5-0 record at the Ryder Cup. He's just an amazing guy, amazing golfer. Last year, guy's 74 years old, and he drives it 270 yards down the middle of the fairway and just makes all of us look like, absolute rookies. But just very, very humble, very, encouraging of everybody else who's playing, and very approachable. So he's going to be there with, relatively small group of people. We'll have a chance to interact with him.
Yeah.
Lunch, the golf outing, a little dinner afterwards, and also to hear about PAACS and what's going on.
Well, it's a great organization. Larry Nelson's also designed a couple of really good golf courses.
Yes.
I was looking at a couple of courses recently. That's terrific that he's going to participate. Tell us a little bit how someone can sign up for this or find out more information about the event.
Sure. Well, certainly you can. We can send out the link and the QR code to scan and to go to the registration page. The event, which includes lunch, golf, and dinner, is $250. We are trying to raise money for PAACS, but that's separate. You can make a donation as you see fit. If you just want to come to the dinner portion and meet Larry, you can't make it to the golf, that's $35, and love to have you join us there as well.
Sounds like a terrific event, and we will get the word out on that. What's the best thing for you? It sounds like you're going to Africa several times a year, working with patients there, training physicians there. What's the best part of it for you?
I love the fact that we're not just training surgeons, but we're also discipling these people. We care about their character. We care about their families. We care about how they present themselves, that they present themselves as examples of Christ. compassionate, people that want to build up their communities and serve the people. And so I really love the fact that we are, joining discipleship along with surgical academic training. And then really, getting to know these guys, getting to know the residents, the young surgeons, and helping to, interact with them about patients, how to get their patients the best treatment possible, as well as, to really show care and love to them.
Okay. Well, we are delighted to meet you and hear about the work that you are doing with the Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons and your event October 12th in Wilton, Connecticut. And for people just to learn more about what you're doing through the organization, and we'll have the website address in the comments. Dr. Randall Owen, great, so good to meet you. You work at the Department of Surgery, Mount Sinai Hospital, Division of Surgical Oncology, and Chief of Endocrine Surgery. A delight to meet you and to hear about the work you're doing in Africa.
Thanks so much. Great to talk to you about it.
Our pleasure. Good to talk with you. This is Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. Thanks for watching.